What's up guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be making some homemade Swedish meatballs. I love getting these at IKEA with the lingonberry sauce on the side, and I was able to find some at Fry's today. Super happy to find the lingonberry sauce. I think that's how you pronounce it, lingonberry sauce. I got this recipe on thecozycook.com. So first thing I'm going to do is grab the beef out of the fridge and allow that to come to room temperature. And then grab some other ingredients as well. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to cook up half of a yellow onion diced up with a few garlic cloves as well. I went ahead and chopped up the yellow onion here, and then some garlic, two large cloves of garlic, half of an onion. So we're going to cook this first, then we're going to take it off the skillet and allow it to cool, and then we're going to build our meatballs. But I'm going to put this to the side really quick over here, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and grab the meat, an egg, milk, and a few other ingredients as well out of the fridge. Then we can get started by cooking our onion and garlic. Just gonna get all of our ingredients here. Got the beef here, and you can use half beef, half pork if you like, but I just chose all beef, so beef. Ground beef, 80% lean, and then I whisked one egg already in this little ramekin here. Have some Parmesan cheese and some milk as well. So these are some of the things we're gonna need. But let's go ahead and get started by cooking up half of an onion with the garlic. I'm gonna go ahead and drizzle a little bit of extra virgin olive oil on a large skillet on a medium-high heat, and then we're just going to cook up our onion and garlic. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the stove here, medium-high heat, and I'm just gonna drizzle a little bit of olive oil just to coat the bottom of the pan. Put this over here, and then yeah, now I'm just gonna allow that to get nice and hot, and then we can go ahead and add our vegetables, cook that up, remove it from the skillet, allow it to cool off, and then we can build our meatballs. Okay guys, so our skillet is nice and hot, so let's go ahead and add our onion and garlic. I'm gonna grab a spoon. Okay. I'm gonna add the onion first, and then we'll add the garlic after a few minutes, because the onion takes longer to cook. So add our onion here. I diced it really thin, so let's go ahead and mix this guy up here. Gonna turn the heat down to like a medium heat, because it's a little high, a little too high. So yum, that smells so good. Coat the onions with the oil. The onions cook for a few minutes, and then once those get soft, I'll go ahead and add the garlic, because garlic takes like a few seconds to cook. So yeah, gonna let that cook, and then I'm gonna grab a few things from the cabinet, measuring cup and a few other things. So gonna need a measuring cup, gonna need a large bowl as well. Have my tools for success, so put that down here. Okay, and yeah, once those onions are nice and soft, we can go ahead and cook up our garlic. But you're gonna need some broth, breadcrumbs, an egg whisked already. It's a new container, so yum. Parmesan, smells so good. So good. Put this to the side. Gonna go ahead and mix up the onions so it doesn't burn. All right, mix this up here. Turn the heat down just a little bit. Getting nice and soft, so a few seconds, and then I will go ahead and add the garlic. All right, let's go ahead and add our garlic, like two large garlic cloves here, minced. Oops. Minced up here. Gonna give it like 30 seconds to a minute, or until it's nice and fragrant. So give it a nice little stir here. That is good. Perfect. And then my phone over here so I can record as well over here. And then we're going to just remove our onions and garlic from the hot skillet into like a cold dish. Put it in this one here. And then we're gonna let it cool off because we don't want to add it to our meat mixture when it's hot. So I'm gonna let it cool off, transferring it to this bowl here, just like so. Okay, that is good. Smells so good. Here's our cooked onion and garlic. Yum. Just gonna like disperse it to the side so it can all cool off quickly. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the fridge so that way it can cool off a lot faster. So put this in the fridge really quick, and then we can go ahead and portion out. My handle is loose. We can go ahead and portion out the remaining items for our meatballs. So like the breadcrumbs and all of that. So yeah. Okay, of course you're gonna need a separate large bowl. So let me just show you guys the process here. I'm going to go ahead and add half a cup of panko breadcrumbs. I have a new bag here. Fresh breadcrumbs, love it. So half a cup of this. Half a cup, perfect. Close this guy up here. Okay, and then I have some seasonings here. I just have some nutmeg, allspice, salt, pepper, oregano. Gonna add that to our bowl here as well. Okay. Oof, sorry. And then let me just check the recipe here. What we add next. Okay, we're gonna add 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. We did half a cup of panko breadcrumbs. Okay, so we're just gonna be adding 1/4 cup of Parmesan, grated Parmesan cheese of Parmesan. A heaping 1/4 cup Parmesan, perfect. Okay, and then 1 large egg, and I already whisked the eggs, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add this guy to the bowl here. Smack it. Okay, and then we have our beef, and once again you can do half beef, half pork if you like. The original recipe said half a pound of beef and then 3/4 pounds of pork, but I chose all beef. That's just what I prefer, but of course you can do whatever you like. So yeah, this in the bowl here. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the onions and garlic out of the fridge, and we can go ahead and add that to our bowl as well. Wipe off my hand, cleanse my hand, I should say. Cleanse my hands from the beef. So our onions should be cooled off a little bit. Go ahead and test it. Yeah, they're like room temperature now. So let's go ahead and add our, oopsie, my camera, perfect. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and add our onions and garlic to the bowl, our beef bowl. Add it to our bowl, just like so. Gonna make sure I get all of the little diced onions here. My phone fell. No. Go ahead and fix this up here. It is sliding off. Smells good. Now we're gonna add some milk. I forget how much milk we need. We need 1/3 cup of whole milk, so we're gonna add that as well to our bowl. Really stuck on here. There we are. Perfect. I got it. So we need 1/3 cup of whole milk. Let's go ahead and add this to our bowl. And then I'm just going to be mixing this with my hands. My hands are clean, so no worries. Gonna be mixing this up with my hand. Let's go ahead and do that. Making sure I got all of the ingredients for our meatballs. We don't want to overmix this because our meat will turn out really tough and we want it to be nice and tender. So we're just gonna mix it until it's combined. So yeah, combine everything equally, evenly distributed here. Put this in the fridge and we're gonna let this cool off for about 15 minutes. I forgot what the recipe said. I think we're gonna portion out our meatballs and then we're gonna put them in the fridge. Yeah, perfect. This little love pat. So our meat is mixed up here. So now we're just going to form our meatballs and then we are going to allow our meatballs to cool off in the fridge for 15 minutes. Then we're gonna brown our meatballs. But let's just go ahead and portion out our meatballs really quick. And we want them to be 1/2-inch meatballs. Let me see here. Oh, 1.5-inch meatballs. So you can use a cookie scooper or just a spoon. I'm just gonna eyeball it, to be honest. But I'm gonna put some of this stuff in the sink. And then we can go ahead and get started by portioning out our meatballs. So yeah, here, wash my hand, and gonna get a large baking sheet, and I'm gonna put it on that. Put this in the fridge, put this away, these things away. Put our milk back. Cheese. Breadcrumbs. Okay, and then I'm just going to grab this works actually. Use a little pizza pan. Put our meatballs on. Okay. And now we're just going to portion out our meatballs. So yeah, portion out our meatballs. So 1.5 inches approximately for our meatballs here. So a little bit less than that. Yeah, that's good. That's a good size meatball. So like this, I'd say. It's a good size. Put that there. So I'm just going to replicate that for all of our meat mixture here. It's a little bit big. To do this with all of our meat here, and then we're going to let this cool off in the fridge, and then we're just going to simply sear our meatballs, get them nice and brown on the bottom, and then finish portioning out these meatballs. Okay guys, so I was able to portion out all of the meatballs. I got 15 pretty much evenly sized meatballs here. 15 meatballs. So I'm just going to go ahead and place these in the fridge for about 15 minutes so they can cool off. And then we're going to sear them. We're gonna brown them in batches, 1 minute per side. So I'm gonna put these in the oven, or in the fridge really quick. 15 minutes. So they can get nice and cold. A beef bouillon cube. Let me see here. We need 2 cups of beef broth, chicken bouillon, Dijon, parsley, sour cream, butter, flour. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and grab some other things. I'll be right back. Okay guys, so now we're just going to prepare some of the ingredients for our sauce. I went ahead and prepped 2 cups of beef broth. So have my beef broth here. And we're just gonna combine some of the ingredients in here. Bouillon. I always say bouillon, but it's bouillon. 1 teaspoon of chicken bouillon, because 1 teaspoon of this is equivalent to 1 cube. So 1 teaspoon, and then we're going to do 1 teaspoon of dried parsley. 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce. Shake it up. 2 teaspoons of this. 1, 2, 2, okay? And then we need 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard. Excuse me. Excuse me. 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard. And a nice little mix here. And just gonna put this to the side. But this is gonna be part of our sauce, so, okay. And then I already prepped 4 tablespoons of butter. Gonna need some butter. Gonna need half a cup of sour cream at room temperature, so I'm gonna go ahead and prep that as well. Container, we're just gonna portion out half a cup of sour cream, room temperature. That is good. So have half a cup of sour. Put this to the side so it can get to room temperature. And then I'm gonna put some of this stuff away, and then we can go ahead and sear our meatballs. And we're just going to simply, we're gonna heat up 1 tablespoon of olive oil to the skillet on a medium-high heat. And then we're going to, in batches, so we're gonna leave plenty of room around our meatballs because we don't wanna overcrowd the pan, otherwise it won't brown properly. So we're just gonna do this in batches. We're gonna brown our meatballs on each side, about 1 minute on each side. And then once we remove those meatballs, we can go ahead and add the butter and then our flour. Have 4 tablespoons of flour here. And then we're gonna make our sauce. So yeah, gonna go ahead and put some of this stuff away. Okay guys, so let's just go ahead and get started by adding 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil to our skillet, large skillet, on a medium-high heat. Oh, I gotta pause Netflix. So I'm gonna grab the meatballs out of the fridge, and then once the pan is nice and hot, we can go ahead and add our meatballs. And like I read, we're just going to brown them, sear them on each side for about 1 minute. So here, medium-high heat, 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, and drizzle it all over the bottom here. Okay, and then gonna get a plate for when our meatballs are done. I can transfer them on the plate. Or maybe, yeah, this one. And some tongs. Grab the meatballs really quick. Out of the fridge. All right guys, have my meatballs here. Beautiful little meatballs. Get a little sit for that energy. Our oil is smoking, so I gotta turn this down a little bit. Meatballs in batches here. 1 minute on each side. That's pretty good. All right, gonna give that 1 minute. Flip these guys over here. Yep, that's perfect. Look at that beautiful brown. That is a beautiful brown color. Our first batch of meatballs are nice and brown on each side. So I'm gonna remove the seared meatballs and finish cooking the remaining 7 meatballs. We're not fully cooking them, we're just getting them nice and brown. So let's go ahead and add our remaining meatballs. So, okay guys, gonna go ahead and flip our remaining 8 meatballs over. They're doing good. Oh yeah, very good. Guys, so the meatballs are officially done, so I'm gonna remove them from the skillet. They are nice and brown on the bottom. Smells so good. Oh wow. Beautiful meatballs, brown on the bottom and the top. We're gonna melt the butter in the same skillet, and we're gonna clean the pan with our spatula. And then we're gonna stir in the flour on a medium-low heat with the butter. And we're just gonna stir it until it begins to brown. And then once it begins to brown, we're gonna add our beef broth mixture. And then we're gonna place our sour cream in there as well. I'll show you what we're gonna do with the sour cream, but get all the little onions out and stuff like that, burnt pieces. Add that to the skillet here. Wow. Gonna add the flour now. And we're just gonna whisk this up till it gets nice and brown for a few minutes, and then we will add our broth. Okay guys, so it's been about 2 minutes of me whisking and it's turning nice and a little bit brown. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the broth mixture to our skillet here. Give this a little mix here. Turn this to a medium-low heat. Give this a little peek here. Let's see what I'm doing. Okay, it says over low heat. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna turn it down to a low heat actually, really low heat. We're gonna add the meatball. Oh, we're gonna add the sour cream first. Let me show you what we're gonna do with the sour cream. I transferred it to a little bowl here. So we're just gonna add a little bit of sauce in the bowl, mix it up to get it to melt a little bit, and then we're gonna pour it in our sauce. So I'll show you guys here. So I have my sour cream. Just gonna pour some of the sauce in the bowl here. Nice little mix, break it apart, add a little bit here. Yum, oh my word. Pour this guy in the sauce, as you can see. Give this a nice little mix here. A nice mix till it's completely combined. Beautiful sauce here. Soft. And now we're gonna add our meatballs back to the skillet. We're gonna spoon the sauce on the top, allow them to heat through over low heat for about 15 minutes, or until fully cooked through. Partially covered with a lid, so I am so excited, oh my word. Beautiful little meatballs. Spoon the sauce over the top of our meatballs. Make sure to coat these meatballs with our sauce. I'm just going to partially cover it with a lid, so leave a little bit of air venting on the side here. Set a timer for 15 minutes.
15 minutes starting now.
Perfect. So we're just gonna let the 15 minutes do its thing, and then we'll be done. I also got some Bob Evans mashed potatoes. Gonna microwave that and pair it with our meatballs. So grab those out of the fridge really quick. Bob Evans mashed potatoes. These are so good. Oh my word. Take it out of the package here. And just gonna cook these up. So I'm cooking up the mashed potatoes right now, but I wanna open this lingonberry jar with you. It's a cute jar, isn't it? Wow. Oh. Wow, beautiful. Yeah, smells just like IKEA. Lingonberry sauce. Ooh. Tangy. All right, guys, it smells so delicious. It's been 15 minutes, so gonna give it a nice little peek. Yum, oh my word. Smells so good. I think I'm gonna give it a few more minutes because it looks a little pink still, but they are almost done. Just gonna kind of move them around a little bit, spoon some more sauce over the top. Okay guys, so here is the delicious Swedish meatballs with lingonberry sauce and mashed potatoes. Yum. Smells so good. I'm so excited. Yeah, I love getting this at IKEA. I'm so excited. I'm gonna go ahead and try it with you guys. Meatball, fully cooked. Gotta get it with mashed potatoes. Oh my word, tastes just like IKEA. That is so delicious. And with this lingonberry sauce, so good. Yum. Oh my word. Yum. love how I can just add some extra sauce right here. So good. So delicious. And the meatballs are nice and tender. Look at that meatball. Tender, juicy. So good. So good. To drink, I have this hydration drink, orange squeeze, Ghost brand, caffeine free. Yeah, it's electrolyte drink. I haven't had the orange squeeze flavor, so yeah, lots of electrolytes in this. To replenish your thirst, cheers. That's good. Tastes like orange juice. I'm gonna turn on the air really quick. Kind of hot in here. Yeah, it was cold at first, but now it's hot. So, turn on the air. Wow. Delicious. Gonna finish this, save the potatoes for later. Last bite. So good. Anyways, guys, that was so delicious. Such a delicious Swedish meatball recipe. So glad I found it. So yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.